Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another video where we're working on the 33.4 again. But today is tune day, which means we need to finish getting the link ECU into the car. We've got about 4 wires left to wire in, and then we're good to set this up with a base map and then get the car idling, do another leak check of everything. And then once that's done, we're off to the tuners. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm just putting in the new injector settings and everything, setting them at 740cc and getting that just set to traditional mode and setting the milliseconds to around about 6 just to try and get the car idling. So I've done that. Now the car does start. It's very rough though, so I need to tweak that. But before I can really do anything else, what I need to do is I need to wire in the air temperature sensor. So I've already worked out what wires I need to do. I need to wire in off the accessory loom, which I've just coiled up here because I fed that through last night for me to wire in. I'm going to wire it in. I've already checked the wire color combo. Oh man, it's so difficult doing this one-handed. But it needs to be the green and yellow wire to this bad boy here. So I'll wire that in now and then we should be good. All right guys, so here we go. We're taking the car down off the jack stands. This is the moment I've been waiting for ages. We'll just maneuver this one over a little bit more. Just letting the car warm up and whatnot. The fueling isn't 100% correct, but it's enough for me to idle and check for leaks and stuff. It's safe. There we go. She's down on the ramps now. So far so good. All right guys, so we got the car idling now, and the wideband sensor is now working with the Lambda kit, so that's good. I can see that I'm running really rich right now, so I'm going to try and tidy that up a little bit more so that we can drive the car up onto the tow truck, just in case the tow truck doesn't have a winch. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to actually use the auto tune feature built into the link ECU. It's just for you to do a quick tune so that you can do things like this, like drive onto a tow truck. So I'm going to use that feature right now. If ever you're wondering how to look that up, you can just go into the help function and just look up quick tune here. Let me show you guys. And it comes up here, and then you can follow all the information and it tells you how to set it up. But it's really cool. This ECU is so powerful. I can't wait to keep mucking around with it and do some more cool stuff. All right, so I got that idle fixed up a little bit there. It's sounding much better, and my AFRs are around in the target zone of 14.6. So we're doing good. I'm gonna put the front bar back on, get this thing moved away from the fence so that we're all good when the tow truck comes here. He'll be here any minute, so I really want to try and get some of these tires and stuff out of the car as well. Denny has a ride with the tow rig. So he had a quick look at the tune and we're all good to drive it onto the tow truck. So we're good there. And we're going to load her up and head to SDF. All right, so we've just gone to SDF and we're unloading the 33.4 now. We're gonna take it in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to be checking it over for everything, so making sure there's no issues, and then we're going to do the dyno tune. Bringing her inside. Going to sit her on the rollers right away. Oh man, I'm so pumped. So excited. Like a kid in a candy store, except the candy is my car actually working on the dyno. All right, so right now we're just buttoning up a few more things before we can start spinning up the dyno. I'm working on bleeding the radiator and the coolant lines and everything. Also topped up the oil to compensate for all the oil that's now in the coolers, the oil cooler kit and whatnot, and the piping. Otherwise now all I need to do is wire in the electronic boost solenoid. We get to wire that straight into the factory one there, so that's really helpful. And then, yeah, Denny right now is fabbing up the piece of piping that goes from the compressor housing of the turbo to the intercooler. He's over there right now working on it. And then we'll be good to start tuning her. Getting really excited. Alright, so Denny's just finishing up the intake piping stuff now. And I'm gonna go out and eat the bento lunch that May made me. Thank you, wifey. Wifey over 9,000 once again. So right now Masa is just doing all the initial settings on the ECU to get everything set up so that he can do a few runs, start working on the fuel graphs and things like that, and get everything all nicely and tidied up. We've got everything set up, we've got the fan running, everything's wired in. So pretty exciting to see what the results are going to be like and see how the Mamba turbo holds up. You can see here this is the fuel graph, but right now it's pretty jagged and all over the place, so we're going to clean that right up and it's going to look great. That's pretty cool. So that was our first run, so he knows exactly where everything's at, and then we're going to fix everything from there. Alright, so Massa's doing a few more like initial pulls and stuff to work out where everything's at and start configuring and changing things as he goes. The car, and he just did a few pulls before, and the car sounds amazing, the new turbo and the... It sounds good. So good. So as you can see, Masa's working on the fuel table right now, smoothing all of that out. He's still got quite a while to go yet before obviously we're finished and done. But so far things are going well. The most recent pulls that he's done, the car sounds good. So pretty excited, really happy. So this thing just rocked up here, and this is what Veilside won at Auto Salon, like I think maybe 5 or 6 years ago. It's an Aristo with a 2JZ, and it's got twin turbos top mounted. It's very interesting. And if you saw in the back here, it actually has a little TV screen here. It's pretty cool. So this is the owner here, and he's actually a chef for a whole bunch of really good hotels here in Japan. And twin turbo top mounted. Wow, this is incredible. It's really cool to look at. Running a custom forward facing intake manifold, which looks like a Z32 throttle body. Yep. Coil packs relocated. This thing's nice. Actually, they're split fires and they've just been relocated up there and then extended with cables. That's really cool. That looks awesome. For an Aristo, that's a really cool setup. I love the interior is pretty 2000s and cool as well. Awesome. So Masa's been getting that fuel table sorted out a bit better. Man, this thing sounds so good. So you can see how Masa's really gotten that fuel table really smoothed out there on that previous screen. He's doing a really good job. The last pull that he did, we got to 363 PS. So we're doing really good for not going over 1 pound, 1 bar, sorry, 1 bar, not 1 pound. 1 bar of boost, and everything's factory stock except the turbo and injectors and fuel pump. So far, we're looking good. Let's have a look. What'd she make? Gotta wait for the results to come up. There we go, 385 PS. 385. Oh, so happy. All right, so Masa's about to do the last pull. Man, that sounds so good. So good. Let's have a look at that graph, see what we made. Whoa, 390 PS. 390 PS. Oh man, I'm so happy. We're nearly at 400, guys. All right, so we're all done now, guys. I'm really happy with the result. 390 PS, which works out to be about 380 horsepower, I think. I'll do the conversion later. So really happy. We're really close to the 300 kilowatt mark. What we need to do is we need a better flowing exhaust and downpipe. And if we could probably get it with that. But what we really need is some cams. So we'll sort that out in the future, obviously, and get a bit more power out of it. But for now, this is awesome. So we've got this fan blowing on the engine bay to cool it all down so that we can disconnect the fuel pressure gauge that we hooked up while tuning the car. And that was because the Tomy pressure regulator, I couldn't get a gauge. They were out of stock. So we'll get one of those later in the future. But for now, we had to hook that up so while we were tuning, we could make sure fuel pressure was good. But once that's all cooled down, we'll disconnect that. The reason why we have to cool it down is because things are very hot there and fuel will leak out when we pull that off. And we don't want anything igniting, just don't want to take a chance. Anyways, and then bonnet down. I'm going to put the front bar back on right now. So I'll put you guys on the time lapse while we do that. And then we'll probably next clip will be me taking it for a test drive on the street. All right, so we're just going for a little test drive, see what she feels like. Oh man, this feels crazy good. All right guys, so we're heading home and we're on the highway. So let's do a few highway pulls. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Oh man, that feels so different to what I'm used to in this thing. Wow. That feels amazing. It's such a different car now. The power band has moved up in the rev range, but we can fix that with some bigger cams. So previously the turbo would kick on from 3,000 RPM. Now the turbo kicks on from around 4,500 RPM is full boost. So there definitely is a little bit more like, I guess, like spool lag, like when the turbo actually spools up. But it's not that bad. It just means that now when I'm drifting, my power band is between 4,500 and 7,500 RPM instead of 3,000 and 7,500. So it's not a bad issue. It just means I'm going to have to get used to driving it now like that. But man, words cannot describe how happy I feel right now to be driving my car again after just non-stop so many days working hard on it, stressing and worrying about something going wrong, double checking everything to make sure that there's not going to be any problems and stuff like that. And I mean, we survived the dyno test with no problems. Driving home, probably, I mean, we'll find out once I get home if there was any problems. But you know, the real test is going to be a day of drifting, and that's going to really be the big shakedown. So I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that everything keeps going well. Probably not tomorrow, but the day after, for the last day of Drift Mitsuri, we're probably going to head down to Fukushima for Ebisu Circuit Drift Mitsuri. So for the last day of that, we might do a bit of a shakedown, do some drifting on the skid pan there. But yeah, I'm really pumped and excited. I mean, you probably heard me repeat myself and say that so many times now, but yeah, I'm just really pumped. Okay, so we've just gotten home, and as you can see, it's getting dark, and man, I'm so happy with the result today. You know, not a single issue on the dyno, no leaks, no nothing. Everything that I did in the engine bay, all the work that I did paid off, not a single problem. That feels amazing. You know, so many times my friends have like worked on their cars and built them all, and then they go to the dyno and the car breaks completely down and they can't even get the car finished. So I was kind of expecting something like that to happen, but I'm really happy that everything went well. It just proves to show that like all the stressing out that I was doing on every little tiny thing to make sure it got done properly, it was worth it. So I'm rambling on now. I'm just super happy with the car. Two awesome things today. One, got my car tuned. Like, what's wrong with me? I can't even speak right now. Got my car tuned, and now I'm about to go out and see the new Avengers film with my wife, so date night as well. Anyways, we're gonna head inside now and get ready for that, but super happy, guys, super happy. So it is date night. Where are we going, babe?
We're going to the movies.
And what are we going to see?
The Infinity War.
The new Avengers movie?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite character from the Avengers? Favorite superhero?
hard. But I like Loki.
Tony Stark?
No, I like Loki.
Loki?
He's not a...
Such an asshole though.
No, it isn't. He's a sweetheart.
We got issues there, guys. If that's not a red alarm, if that's not alarm bells going off right now, my wife likes the villain of the film. Well, I mean, he does. He kind of goes good, but then bad, then good again. I guess.
That's the
You just like that, right?
The emotion. Yeah, I like the emotional ride that he takes.
The emotional journey that he goes on. Okay. Okay. So we're obviously heading into the movies now. Nani?
I have a question.
What's up?
What day is today?
Today is May the 2nd.
Yes. What does that mean?
May the 2nd is the day that I proposed to you.
Yay! Finally! Finally!
So when me and May...
After 3 years!
When me and May got married, right, she was like expecting me to remember like the day we started dating, the day we started, we got engaged.
Expecting. We don't even have a date that we started dating.
No, we don't. We just it just kind of magically happened. It just, yeah. Anyways, and once I got married, I was like, I'm married now, so all I need to remember is my wedding anniversary, nothing else, right? And that's what I thought, but apparently not. So tip, guys, make sure you remember the day you proposed and kind of talk about that as well and celebrate that with your wife. Anyways, guys, we're gonna head into the movies now. I'm sure you don't want to see that, and I'm sure I would get in trouble if I filmed that for piracy reasons. But we're gonna head in there, we're gonna probably get some dinner as well, and then we'll check in with you guys after that. All right, guys, so today has been awesome. I still am lost for words on how not a single problem happened with the car on the dyno, and how everything held together, and all the work that I did there was no problems with it. Super just pumped about how nothing went wrong there, and now I've been driving the car for about an hour and a half, 2 hours I've spent behind the wheel, and not a single thing's gone wrong. Everything sounds great, everything's doing good. So yeah, it's been fun driving it around and having fun with it and figuring how it feels now with that new power band. But otherwise, today was just an awesome day. Car got tuned, I got the car back, I don't have to stress about doing any more work on that for a while. Got to spend some time with the wifey and go see the new Infinity War movie, which I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the way it ended, damn man, it leaves you like, wait, where's the rest of the film? Like, am I missing something here? Like, did it really just end there? It's literally like they made a movie and they chopped it in the middle. So it's like you haven't even gotten to the conclusion part yet, because normally like movies start off with like a setup, and then there's like this huge act of drama, and then there's a conclusion, right? It's normally like a 3 thing. But the way the movie ends, it's literally in the middle of the drama. It doesn't even get to a conclusion. So you're left like, where's the rest of the film? Anyways, it's a good film. I love Marvel films and series and stuff like that. So it was really good seeing that. And obviously, I don't want to spoil anything about it. I hope you guys get to watch it. And let me know in the comment section if you've seen it. But don't spoil it for anyone. But let me know if you felt the same way on the ending of the film. But anyways, guys, I'm rambling on now. I'm wrecked and I'm ready for bed. I'm ready to pass out, man. It feels so good to not have to stress about getting the car ready on time for dyno. Anyways, guys, keep watching. More vlogs that are going to be coming after this will be shakedowns on the car, maybe at Aoba-Ku, who knows. We definitely are going to be heading up to Fukushima, though, to check out Drift Mitsuri and hang out with Alexi. He's the only YouTuber that's actually there right now, other than, I think, a couple guys from New Zealand. I think Mayhem Inc.'s up there. I've seen a few videos from those guys, which I just learned about because of their videos popped up in my feed. Anyways, I'm rambling on about nothing. So thanks heaps for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out all my social media down in the description, especially my Instagram. I put up a whole bunch of stories and stuff today of the tune and what was going on. And if you want to see things ahead of time, that's definitely the place you want to watch them. And if you want to send me slap stickers to smash onto the car and cover up my entire dash and things like that, my PO box is there as well. I'm really looking forward to being able to do a mail time video with you guys and showing you all the stuff you guys sent me. Anyways, with that, I'll catch you in the next video. Ja mata ne.